Have you ever found yourself, in a social situation wanting to jump into a conversation, but your mind just hits a wall?
Oh, absolutely.
That awkward silence, it just feels like this massive hurdle to connecting, whether it's like a new colleague or someone you just met.
Mm-hmm.
It's really frustrating when you feel like you can't express yourself naturally, isn't it?
It is.
Well, what if I told you that what we often just dismiss as small talk, it isn't trivial at all? It's actually a surprisingly powerful tool for making those connections, for making conversations genuinely interesting. Okay, let's unpack this.
Yeah, and what's fascinating here is how profoundly that feeling of being stuck for words impacts our confidence.
Right.
Effective communication isn't just about, conveying complex ideas. It's built on these seemingly smaller foundational interactions.
The groundwork.
Exactly. Small talk. It's far from being mere filler. It's the essential groundwork for deeper connections, for feeling truly integrated, and, frankly, for navigating social landscapes with ease. Mastering it genuinely boosts your confidence and helps you feel more fluent, much like a native speaker. It's about feeling comfortable enough to really engage.
And to help us navigate this, we've brought in a really valuable resource for today's deep dive. It's a comprehensive guide titled 100 Small Talk Starters to Speak English Naturally.
Okay.
And what makes this guide so insightful isn't just the sheer volume of phrases, though it's great, but that it provides simple explanations for each one. It shows exactly when and how to use them.
That's crucial.
It really is. So our mission today is basically to give you a shortcut to being well-informed on this vital social skill, extracting the most important nuggets so you can feel more confident and make every interaction feel more natural and, well, vibrant, more interesting.
Indeed. And beyond just learning phrases, I think this deep dive will help you understand the anatomy of engaging conversations.
Right. The structure behind it.
Exactly. This source breaks down small talk starters into these really practical categories, everything from, everyday scenarios to work and study, hobbies, travel.
Even personal questions?
Yeah, light personal questions, opinions, technology, current trends. And crucially, it also covers how to gracefully end conversations.
That's often overlooked.
It is. Understanding these frameworks means you can confidently navigate pretty much any social situation, from meeting someone for the very first time to just, casually connecting with people around you.
So get ready. We're about to explore how these seemingly simple phrases can unlock some surprising facts and incredibly practical insights. Our goal is to make small talk feel less like a daunting obligation and more like an enjoyable dance of connection. Helping you, our listener, speak more naturally, make every single interaction you have genuinely interesting. Okay, let's dive straight into those everyday conversation starters then. The source calls these general, simple questions you can use anytime and anywhere. They're designed to help you begin a conversation naturally, sort of without sounding forced. Think about those common scenarios, meeting someone for the first time, or maybe just wanting to connect casually with someone you already know.
Precisely. These are your foundational phrases, right? The low-stakes entry points. Take, how's your day going? It's just a polite check-in, asking what's happening so far.
Simple enough.
Or, busy day today, which sounds casual and friendly, simply asking if someone has a lot on their plate. The beauty of these is their versatility, offering a non-threatening way to gauge interest and openness.
That makes so much sense for those initial contacts. But what about when you've already had that first touch point? The guide also highlights some fantastic weekend questions, perfect for Mondays or Fridays.
Ah, yes, the weekend ritual.
Exactly. What are you up to this weekend? Using up to mean doing, which sounds supernatural.
Very conversational.
Or its counterpart, how was your weekend? Which often invites a short, maybe interesting story. Even, got any plans for tonight? It's just a simple, casual way to see what someone's doing this evening. These feel very organic, don't they?
They really do, because they tap into shared experiences or sort of, expectations. And then, of course, we have the perennial favorite, the weather.
Can't escape the weather talk.
Never. How is the weather treating you is a kind of creative spin on it, asking if the weather is good or bad for them, or can you believe this weather? Which expresses surprise, especially if it's extreme or unexpected.
Right?
The brilliance of weather talk is that it's, well, universally accessible and totally low stakes. It's common ground you both literally inhabit, which makes it an ideal, non-threatening entry point to assess comfort and build that initial rapport for maybe moving to more personal topics. It's how you gently ease into things.
Yeah, I've definitely used those when I'm a bit unsure how to kick things off. And speaking of shared experiences, what about when you're in a specific environment like a party or a class?
Good point.
The guide has some excellent starters there, too. Questions like, have you been here before? Or the classic, do you come here often? Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And for those shared observations, this place is always so crowded, isn't it? That's a comment designed to invite agreement, making it easy for the other person to just chime in.
Yeah, it creates instant common ground.
It really makes it feel like a shared observation rather than, an interrogation.
Definitely.
Now, let's shift gears a bit. Let's talk about a realm where English learners communicate constantly. Work and study environments.
Right. Very relevant.
The source highlights that these questions are just invaluable in professional settings, networking events, or when you're meeting someone new who happens to mention their job or studies. They're designed to show genuine interest and can open doors to some surprising insights about someone's professional journey.
Absolutely. And these aren't just polite inquiries. They help demonstrate genuine interest, which is so crucial for building trust and making people comfortable enough to share more. Phrases like, what do you do for a living, are direct, clear, asking about someone's profession. It's a standard for a reason. It helps establish a person's immediate context within a shared environment, signaling whether they're open to a professional or maybe more casual interaction.
But it's how you use it.
Exactly. Mastering when to use it and, crucially, how to follow up is key to avoiding it feeling like an interrogation.
That's a great point about the follow-up. Once you know what they do, you can dig a little deeper. Are you working on any big projects? That's a fantastic way to show you're engaged, inviting them to elaborate on their current challenges or successes. Or the simple yet effective, how's work been lately? Which allows them to discuss their current work situation, good, bad, or otherwise.
And if you're uncertain about their current status, maybe you just met, are you studying or working these days? Is a gentle way to find out. A really powerful follow-up for students is, what are you studying? And then maybe leaning into making it more interesting, how did you choose that field?
Ooh, I like that last one.
Yeah, this last one is particularly interesting because it invites a personal story, right? Moving beyond just facts to their motivations and their journey, which can make a conversation truly engaging.
Right, it's not just about the facts, but the journey. What I found really interesting in the guide was how it highlighted what's your favorite part of your job. That's a powerful question.
Yes, that's a great one.
It instantly steers the conversation towards what they enjoy, creating a more positive and open atmosphere, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. And for a peek into their daily rhythm, how do you usually start your workday, allows them to describe their routine, giving you a fresh topic to explore. It's these specific, open-ended questions that truly elevate the conversation from just small talk to a more meaningful exchange because they invite personal reflection and often unique answers.
Okay, let's talk about hobbies and free time. The source wisely points out it's one of the easiest ways to make a real connection.
Totally agree.
It makes perfect sense. Pretty much everyone has something they enjoy doing outside of work or study. These questions are perfect for discovering shared interests and learning more about someone's personality without getting too serious. And hey, who knows? You might even discover a new passion yourself.
Absolutely. When you want to keep the conversation light and friendly, this section is just a gold mine. What do you like to do for fun? Is your immediate go-to to learn about someone's interests. It's broad enough to fit anyone, but also open enough to spark a really interesting response.
And from there, you can totally branch out. Seen any good movies lately? Super common, natural way to ask for recommendations or just share thoughts on a recent blockbuster.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you're looking for something a bit more specific, are you into podcasts? Is a great one, as into naturally means interested in. It's a really low-pressure way to find common ground.
Or for a more creative avenue, maybe, do you play any instruments? It's a specific question that can lead to all sorts of diverse discussions about music, personal history, or even aspirations.
That could go anywhere.
Right. And to understand their free time habits, what's your favorite thing to do on the weekend, allows them to share what truly brings them joy, often leading to very authentic and engaging answers.
I love the personal preference questions too, like, are you a morning person or a night owl?
Ah, the eternal question.
It is. It's fun, light, and reveals a bit about their lifestyle without being too intrusive. Or, if you're in a city or talking to someone who loves food, have you tried any new restaurants lately? Is excellent. Can lead to great recommendations.
Definitely. And to find common ground, what kind of music do you listen to? Simple but personal and can quickly reveal shared tastes. And one that almost always starts a long, fun conversation is, are you watching any shows right now? Referring to TV or online series.
Oh yeah, everyone's binge watching something.
Exactly. These topics naturally lead to discussions that feel pretty effortless and can sustain themselves because they invite people to talk about things they genuinely enjoy. Makes it interesting for everyone.
Now let's talk about travel and culture. The source calls these fun, engaging topics that many people love to talk about.
Definitely a popular area.
These starters are especially useful in international settings or when you're making friends from different backgrounds. There's so much rich territory here, isn't there?
There truly is. Asking about travel and culture goes beyond just facts. It shows respect and genuine curiosity about someone's experiences and worldview, which are highly valued in any conversation, I think.
Absolutely.
Have you done any traveling recently? Is a simple opener about trips or vacations, often leading to fascinating stories.
And for those big dreams, what's your dream destination is fantastic. Dream destination, meaning the place you most want to visit.
People love talking about that.
They do. It's inspiring to hear about, and people just light up when they talk about future plans. Or a more general, have you ever been abroad, if you're maybe unsure of their travel history.
And to delve into their travel style, do you prefer solo travel or group trips? Provides insight into their personality and how they like to experience the world.
Ooh, interesting.
And for a sort of nostalgic twist, what's one place you'd love to go back to? Invites them to share a favorite past experience, complete with all its associated memories and emotions. How was your last vacation? Is another classic that often brings back good memories and allows for sharing anecdotes.
Speaking of connections, do you speak any other languages? Is a great way to find common ground, especially if you happen to share one or if you're learning one yourself. And to truly learn about someone's background in a respectful way, what's something unique about your culture, is incredibly insightful and often leads to truly memorable, interesting conversations.
Definitely. And food often goes hand in hand with culture, right? So what do people usually eat in your hometown is a fantastic question that shows genuine interest in their daily life and traditions.
You take an interest, yeah.
And is there a tradition you celebrate every year? Allows them to share something special and repeat it on holidays or special days. These topics make conversations deeply personal and insightful because they invite unique stories and perspectives, moving way beyond generic pleasantries.
Food, okay, it's universal, right?
Correct.
Everyone eats, everyone has preferences, and it often connects back to culture and family.
Huge connector.
The source points out that these questions are fantastic for casual conversations, whether you're on a coffee break or at some social gathering. It's a pretty safe bet for sparking interest.
It's a topic with just endless possibilities because it taps into sensory experiences and personal habits. Do you like to cook? Is a simple, effective way to start talking about their food habits or maybe their culinary adventures or disasters.
Ah, right. And what's your go-to meal?
Mm.
Gets to their regular choice, which often reveals a little bit about their lifestyle or comfort zones.
Mm-hmm. And do you have a favorite comfort food? Oh, that's wonderful because comfort food isn't just about taste, is it?
No, it's emotional.
It's about warmth and emotion, like soup, chocolate, maybe pizza. Everyone has one. It often unlocks a charming memory. And the classic, "Are you more of a coffee or tea person?" explores a common personal preference that can lead to surprisingly detailed discussions about routines and habits.
To keep it light, what's your favorite snack? Perfect for a quick, relatable answer.
Yeah. And do you prefer sweet or savory? Reveals a basic food personality. It's a quick way to understand their palate. If you're maybe in a new place, have you ever tried insert local food? Makes the conversation local and personal, showing you're aware of the surroundings.
I love what's one food you could eat every day.
Okay.
A fun, imaginative question that helps people talk about their absolute favorite flavors and perhaps reveal a bit about their personality too.
Definitely.
And the source suggests, are you into home-cooked meals or eating out? Which clarifies their dining habits and opens up discussions about convenience versus culinary skill.
Or lack thereof. And to add a playful touch, what's your least favorite food, can often get a really honest and funny answer, helps break the ice. These questions demonstrate how food, a seemingly simple topic, can lead to surprisingly interesting and engaging conversations, often revealing deeper aspects of someone's life and preferences.
Okay, now we're moving into a slightly more personal, but still very safe and friendly territory. Light personal questions.
Okay, stepping it up a notch.
Just a little. The guide says these are great when you've already started talking and want to go a bit deeper without being intrusive. They invite people to share something about their lifestyle, emotions, or habits, which can really help forge a stronger connection.
Exactly. These questions are designed to build rapport by inviting a glimpse into someone's inner world without being, invasive. For example, are you a cat person or a dog person? It's a classic for a reason.
Always sparks debate.
It often sparks a fun, relatable debate or a story about a beloved pet. Or, what's your favorite season and why? Allows people to talk about feelings and associations with different times of the year, which can be surprisingly revealing.
And to tap into positive emotions. What's one thing that always cheers you up? It's wonderful. Cheers you up, meaning makes you feel better, which is such a warm invitation for a story.
Mm-hmm.
Or the simple, what's the last thing that made you laugh? Which is practically a request for a funny anecdote. And who doesn't love to share a good laugh? Makes things instantly more interesting.
Absolutely. Do you like surprises? Is a yes or no question that often leads to stories about birthdays, gifts, or even life philosophies. And what's something you're looking forward to instantly shifts the conversation to the future. Excitement, anticipation, creates a positive and forward-looking dynamic.
I like that. And for lifestyle insights, how do you usually relax after a long day?
Mm-hmm.
Provides ideas about their personal habits and self-care routines.
Yeah, get some tips, maybe.
Maybe. And if you're trying to find common activities, are you into sports?
Mm.
Is a direct way to see if they follow teams or play themselves, potentially uncovering a shared passion.
And two excellent questions for making new friends or really getting to know someone are, what's a fun fact about you? And do you have any hidden talents?
Oh, those are great icebreakers.
They really are. A fun fact is something unusual or interesting, and a hidden talent is something surprising they're good at. These questions are fantastic for making conversations genuinely interesting and memorable as they invite unique personal details.
All right, let's venture into slightly deeper territory now. Opinions and personal thoughts.
Okay.
The source wisely points out that these questions allow people to share what they think or believe, which makes them feel valued. This is where you can really open the door for more insightful, meaningful conversation, but you have to be ready to listen, right?
Definitely. This section is for when you feel comfortable enough to take the conversation to the next level, moving beyond simple facts to uh, deeper perspectives. What's the best advice you've ever received? Is a profound question because people often love sharing valuable wisdom.
Yeah, it can be powerful.
It often reveals their core beliefs or maybe a pivotal moment in their life.
And to explore life experiences. What's something you think everyone should try once is fantastic. Could be about travel, food, an activity, anything.
Mm-hmm. Then there's the classic fun one. If you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Always a good one.
This is where imagination takes flight, flying, time travel, invisibility. It's lighthearted, but surprisingly revealing about someone's desires or maybe frustrations.
Yeah, true. What's your idea of a perfect day? Encourages them to describe a dream scenario full of fun and comfort, which paints a picture of their ideal life.
Yeah, it's nice. And for a philosophical touch, do you believe in luck? Opens a conversation about beliefs, life experiences, and how they perceive chance versus effort.
I really like, are you more of an optimist or a realist?
Yeah.
It helps you understand their general outlook on life in a very quick, accessible way.
It does. And for a truly meaningful discussion, what's something you wish more people talked about? That can bring out deeply held ideas or opinions, and it shows you're open to serious topics.
That shows real interest.
It does. To connect with their creative side, maybe what's a movie that changed your perspective? Helps people talk about films that truly impacted them, inviting thoughtful analysis. And for a unique, imaginative question, if you could live in any time period, when would it be? Can lead to fascinating historical or futuristic discussions. Finally, a really lovely one. What inspires you?
Simple but deep.
It's a beautiful question that delves into their motivations and passions, which is often the most interesting part of getting to know someone.
Next up, technology and lifestyle. This section is all about how people live, communicate, and organize their daily lives in the modern world. It's a highly relevant topic, right? Especially for younger learners or professionals, and leads to very natural and often quite lively discussions.
That's right. Many people enjoy sharing what apps or gadgets they love or how they manage their work and time. What's one app you use every day is a great starting point for discussing phone habits, as most people have an app they feel they can't live without.
Definitely.
It immediately feels relatable and personal.
And for a lighthearted tech debate, are you more into Android or iPhone? Is a common one that reveals tech preference and often sparks a fun, low-stakes argument.
Always gets people talking.
Totally. Then there's, do you prefer texting or calling? Which often brings out strong opinions, especially across different generations and communication styles.
Oh, yeah. What's one gadget you can't live without is another solid question about small tech items, like phones, tablets, smartwatches. It's fascinating to hear what tools people really rely on, and how do you stay organized can lead to discussions about apps, planners, or daily routines for managing tasks, offering practical insights into someone's productivity habits.
Since the pandemic, do you like working from home?
Sure.
Has become such a common and relatable topic, hasn't it? Inviting discussion about work-life balance and changes in routine.
Absolutely huge shift there. And if you're into wellness, are you into fitness apps or trackers? Is a great way to explore health habits and personal goals.
To understand their digital presence, what's your screen time like these days? Opens a discussion about time spent on devices, often leading to, well, reflective insights.
Sometimes guilty insights.
Maybe. Do you use social media a lot? Allows you to talk about platforms and reasons for using them. And finally, what's your favorite website? Can uncover online interests, from news to entertainment. These questions naturally make conversations relevant and interesting in our current tech-driven world.
Keeps it current.
Moving on to what's happening right now. Current topics and trends. The source points out these small talk starters are great for conversations with friends, coworkers, or classmates who enjoy talking about news, trends, or maybe viral topics.
Right, tapping into the zeitgeist.
Exactly. They show you're up to date and curious and can often spark surprisingly deep discussions as long as you tread carefully with potentially sensitive topics.
Yeah, good caveat. These questions demonstrate that you're engaged with the modern world, even if you don't delve too deeply into the specifics of, say, politics or controversial issues. For instance, have you heard about recent trend? Is a versatile opener, just insert a popular app, fashion, or a widely discussed news item.
Easy enough.
It invites them to share what they know, or if they're even aware.
Or if there's a big global event, are you following the Olympics this year?
Yeah,
If you can swap Olympics for any major event that's timely,
right.
and a perennial hot topic that invites a range of views. What do you think about AI these days? Artificial intelligence is something pretty much everyone has an opinion on, from cautious optimism to outright concern.
Definitely a conversation starter. To explore online culture, have you tried any viral challenges? Is great. Viral, meaning something incredibly popular online. It's lighthearted and fun.
Mm-hmm.
Are you watching the news lately? Is a general way to gauge their interest in current events without getting too heavy, allowing them to lead on how much they want to share.
And to learn about what's happening in their corner of the world, what's something trending in your country now, is perfect. It shows curiosity about their local context and can reveal fascinating cultural differences.
Nice one. Then there's the opinion-based. Do you think people spend too much time online? Which often brings out funny or honest stories and personal reflections.
For those who enjoy reading, have you read any interesting articles recently? Can lead to thoughtful discussions on a whole variety of subjects.
What's your take on social media detox, where your take means your opinion and detox means taking a break, explores another current lifestyle trend that many people grapple with?
Very relevant.
And finally, do you follow any influencers? Can reveal interests in entertainment, learning, or social habits. These topics keep conversations dynamic and interesting because they connect to shared contemporary experiences.
Okay, all right. We've covered how to start and sustain a conversation, but the source makes a really critical point.
Yeah.
Knowing how to end it smoothly is just as important.
Oh, absolutely vital.
Because leaving a positive final impression is just as vital as making a good first one, isn't it? This section gives you polite, respectful ways to close a conversation, say goodbye, or leave someone feeling positive about your interaction.
This is crucial for making the entire interaction feel complete and positive. Phrases like, "It was great talking to you," are polite and warm ways to signal the close while genuinely conveying enjoyment.
Simple but effective.
And if someone has shared something personal or maybe vulnerable, thanks for sharing that, shows appreciation and respect for their openness.
Or a simple, heartfelt, "I really enjoyed this chat," keeps the connection friendly and positive, making them feel good about the time spent with you.
If you sense they're busy, "I'll let you get back to your day" is a gentle way to wrap things up without being abrupt or making them feel rushed. It's considerate.
That's thoughtful. For a first meeting or a casual setting where you hope to reconnect, hope to see you again soon, or let's catch up again sometime, are encouraging. Catch up, meaning to talk again or update each other, leaves the door open for future interactions.
Keeps the connection going. And to show continued interest, "I'd love to hear more about that next time," gives a genuine reason to continue the conversation later, showing you valued what they shared.
Right. Finally, simple, warm goodbyes like "take care, have a great rest of your day," or "talk to you later," are all perfectly natural ways to finish. The Force emphasizes these are essential for leaving a positive, lasting impression.
Definitely.
So after this deep dive, it seems pretty clear. Small talk isn't really about awkward silences or pointless chatter. It's about opening doors to connection and understanding, and truly making every interaction more interesting.
Well said.
The 100 phrases we've explored from the source are truly valuable tools for building confidence, improving fluency, and making everyday English feel more natural and, well, less daunting. Remember that practical advice from the source. Don't memorize all 100 at once. Choose 5 to start with.
Start small.
Exactly. The key is to start applying them in real conversations or even practice in the mirror, allowing them to become second nature.
And if we connect this to the bigger picture, understanding these small talk principles really encourages critical thinking about social dynamics and human connection itself.
How so?
Well, these aren't just phrases. They're insights into how people interact, what they value, and why certain conversational pathways lead to more engaging and ultimately more interesting exchanges. It's about understanding the unspoken rules of connection and how to navigate them effectively.
That makes sense. Now, for you, the listener, I want you to consider this. Thinking about all the categories we've covered today, perhaps work and study, hobbies and free time, or even those opinions and personal thoughts. What resonated most with you as the most surprising or maybe useful type of small talk starter? Identify 1 or 2 areas where you feel you could most easily implement these new tools and perhaps spark a more interesting conversation today.
And as you move forward, maybe consider this provocative thought. Given the wide range of topics that can be considered small talk, how might intentionally choosing certain types of questions, like asking what inspires you or what's something unique about your culture, how might that not only start a conversation, but also lead to a more meaningful and genuinely interesting connection than we might typically expect from what we just call small talk? Remember, knowledge is most valuable when understood and applied.